in China. It's the Charlotte Hornets against the Los Angeles Clippers.
你好，大家好。我跟 Charlotte Hornets 跟全部的 NBA 都很期待能来深圳。希望你们都就是很高兴的看我们的比赛，谢谢。
Jeremy Lin, whose parents
for this game in Shenzhen, Chris. He has just been obviously the most popular player, and outstanding greeting by him to the fans and on screens this year. The Clippers, or at least they're looking at it to try to help out so they don't have to rotate so much defensively.
There's another turnover, and Lin uncontested.
How well he moves and how quickly he moves without the basketball. Eluding defenders, getting away, shaking himself free.
Oh, and they will love that in Shenzhen. Jeremy Lin with 4 quick points since checking in the game this time. In terms of an all-around game, and perennial first-team All-NBA and first-team All-Defensive player, and yet you don't talk about him like LeBron James and that crew, but he certainly belongs at that level. Atlanta, he signed with Detroit, and in his second of a 4-year, $54 million deal, he was released. There's Jeremy Lin, had it deflect out of bounds. Brings him to Los Angeles to work for him.
No doubt about it. Brian Roberts has looked very sharp with a lot of good guard play on this Hornet team so far.
Lin
got some speed, they got some creativity now. Here's Lin. There's that pull-up.
And hits.
That's the shot you got to live with if you're not going to come out the screen on a pick-and-roll game. If you're going to lay back. Hornets have hurt the Clippers with that so far in this first half.
Now Lin defensively against Lance Stevenson. Cole Aldridge saves it. Prigioni a 3. Roberts now. Lin open for a moment. Steps back and hits. Jeremy Lin not disappointing, playing his first NBA game.
Glass.
Lin, separation. And banks it in.
Putting on a show. Jeremy Lin, the crowd is loving it.
The Clippers, they will play again on Wednesday in Shanghai. But Jeremy Lin with 10 quick points coming into the game. And you know the sellout crowd has come to see Jeremy Lin. And he has been very effective since being inserted by Steve Clifford.
Well, the creativity he provides, Chris, he's got a good burst of speed, a great feel for the game. He can make mid-range shots. He can set up teammates.
It has spurred him on to superstardom, where in his native, going back to his ancestors' homeland.
Glass and set up teammates.
And Stevenson slipping. Aaron Harrison, number 9, is checked in for the Hornets. And Griffin knocks.
Their obvious interest in.
The roar you hear is for Jeremy Lin.
He certainly did not disappoint in the first half.
No. 10 points in 12 minutes on 5 of 6 shooting in the first half for Jeremy Lin. Griffin a 3, won't go. Rebounded by Hawes. Lin pushing the tempo, and Zeller finishing on the other end.
Good push that time. Jeremy Lin again, the creativity to set up teammates. Improve. Here it is. Here it is. Good feel, going full speed yet under control. Utilize a jump stop and.
Two 7-footers on the floor. Neither one of them is a post-up count.
No doubt about it.
We'll see a little bit more of him in a little bit in China. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you. Jeremy Lin at the free throw line. crowd.
Yeah, they love a good free throw from
Yes.
Jeremy Lin also. Incredibly popular in mainland China.
The kid's going to be walking in saying, give me the Jeremy Lin.
Hey.
Old for a guy from Harvard.
You gotta respect him.
Usually a little more buttoned up from Harvard. Here's Pierce.
There's that pump fake.
And the big steps down the lane.
There they are right now. This is backup unit.
Smith is your center right now.
Yeah, I know. It's small ball.
There's Lin. Backdoor to Zeller. Oh, fine feed from Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin has been very effective in his first game in China. Level.
But he didn't drop as far as people might have thought he did. Like he just, I don't think he was in good situations for his game. I think his game may be able to shine more, again, very effectively here in Charlotte.
5 to shoot. Lin, 3, go! They love it in Shenzhen. Seeing Lin be kind of off the ball in those situations. And look at Lin's hustle. Zeller and Williams rejected by Pierce. Lin gives it up. Hawes around the defender. That was pretty. Again, Chris Paul a fracture in his left index finger as Pierce misses a 3.
Well, you can see Paul Pierce is doing a lot of stretch 4 for this Clipper team.
Hawes can't hit, but he got wrapped up and fouled by Pierce. And Jason Kidd moving him to the power forward spot.
This team, you know, you say, well, it's preseason. I think winning, creating a winning culture and environment is very important.
Fearless drive by Lin, runs into Josh Smith. And a shot to the face. Right there, the arm of Smith.
Really, over the last 20 years in the NBA, by far, made an uncharacteristic mistake.
Lin against Pierce here. A step back. Jeremy Lin playing his first NBA game in mainland China has 15 points in 22 minutes and has wowed the crowd, a sellout crowd. A lot have come to see him. Here's Crawford. Hits the jumper on this game. That's just his third make in 9 attempts.
Well, that won't keep him from heating up. He can get it going as well as anybody in the game. Boy, these bigs can pass.
Back and forth, ping pong passing. Griffin missing.
He'll be back. Obviously not for a while now, 6 months he'll be gone. But maybe this Hornet team will develop, you know, obviously developing a different identity. Maybe an effective identity that all the other players on this Clipper lineup, if you're a starter with these guys, the attention they get, the amount of open shots that could come your way.
And the one position where there's sort of
there's
a question
mark.
So you can step in there. Johnson hopes to fill that role.
Again, I'd be curious to see how much Paul Pierce can give them at time.
And I think Lamb might have got a piece of that. Kaminsky can't finish. Seeing the stars on display. Jeremy Lin was signing some balls, throwing them into the crowd. You see him, there he goes, throwing some stuff out there. I'm sure fans delighted to see that. Jeremy Lin